A new report found prosecutors in Kootenai County determined the Spirit Lake police officers who shot and killed a woman were justified. Tonight, details on how they reached that decision. Plus, quite the sight in the Perry district after the front end of a garbage truck fell into a sinkhole. Tonight, what happened and what neighbors are saying.
It's going to be a cold Saturday morning, but we get afternoon sunshine before the next round of rain and snow moves in.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Whitney has the evening off. We are learning that the Spirit Lake officer was justified in killing a woman at a senior citizen apartment last November, according to the Kootenai County prosecuting attorney. That ruling came out this morning. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley read through the prosecutor's letter today. She shares how they reached that decision. Amanda?
3 months ago, a Spirit Lake police officer shot and killed 67-year-old S.A. Floyd in her apartment. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office initially reported police found the woman dead, but the prosecutor's report released today confirms Spirit Lake officer James Windrum shot and killed the woman in an attempt to defend himself.
The Kootenai County prosecutor's report says Spirit Lake police responded to a senior citizen apartment complex for a mental health crisis. A man who knew the woman let Officer James Windrum and Chief Michael Moreland inside the apartment. They found S.A. Floyd locked inside a bedroom, hiding under the covers on her bed. She did not respond to the officer's command to show herself. When they pulled the covers off of her, they saw Floyd holding a revolver. The report says the two officers immediately tried to leave the room out of fear of being shot. Chief Moreland fell trying to escape the room, and that's when the report said Floyd fired her gun at the officers, but she did not strike either of them. Officer Windrum took cover in the bathroom. The report says he could still see Floyd in the bedroom pointing her gun at him. He shot 5 times in Floyd's direction. He moved closer to the bedroom and still saw the gun in Floyd's hand. That's when the report says he fired his weapon 10 more times at Floyd. An investigation into the incident found several bullets fired by Officer Windrum struck the woman.
Now, the report says Floyd presented herself as a deadly threat by pointing and firing her gun at the officers. That's why the prosecutor found Officer Windrum justified in using deadly force to stop Floyd and protect himself from her. Now, the Spirit Lake Police Department is expected to hold a press conference at 6 p.m. tonight. We'll share what they have to say later tonight. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. In tonight's other top stories, a wanted murder suspect faced a judge today. He was arrested last night following an hours-long standoff. New court documents are revealing more on what led to the incident. According to those court documents, the dispute started when the victim confronted the suspect, 32-year-old Gunnar Doty, after he reportedly said something about the victim's girlfriend and claimed that Doty stole $100. Court documents show the victim continued to argue with the suspect until he pulled out a gun and shot the victim in the head. Police were able to get 2 children out of the home safely. Doty is now charged with second-degree murder. A new report by the Idaho State Police shows that several states across the country are adopting Idaho's sexual assault kit evidence tracking system. According to our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, and Oklahoma are using versions of the kits developed in Idaho. The kit tracking system was first used in Idaho in 2017. The kits collect DNA evidence that is stored in an online database. No personal information for sexual assault survivors is included. Only a case number is at the time of evidence collection. To learn more about this story, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. And new tonight, Thomas Creech's execution will move forward as planned. Idaho's longest-serving death row inmate. Documents filed from the Idaho Supreme Court determined Thomas Creech's motion to stop his execution. The announcement came this afternoon. Creech's attorneys can still appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. A judge sentenced him to death for the murder of a fellow inmate in 1981. He's also been convicted of 4 other murders. A Washington State task force is trying to raise $5 million for new software to catch online predators. Data shows numbers of child enticement cases increased by 76% in just a year between 2022 and 2023. The software would be able to scan and flag photos showing child sex abuse and even blur out certain sections to reduce trauma on detectives.
We have to process that electronic evidence. We have to get all of those images off of that electronic evidence. And our detectives, people like me, have to go through each individual image.
The task force says the technology is critical, especially with the current large backlog in cases. Dozens of dead fish washed up on the shore below the Long Lake Dam on the Spokane River. We reached out to the Department of Ecology to find out what's going on, but they told us they're investigating the cause in partnership with the Spokane Tribe and the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. All right, taking a quick break from the headlines to talk weather. Parts of the inland Northwest woke up to a dusting of some snow, which ultimately gave way to a pretty nice day. For more on how our weekend is shaping up, let's get to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Thagoo. Jeremy?
Well, Mark, it started with a little bit of snow. I saw some on my grass, but out in the street, it was just too warm. Unfortunately, not much in the way of accumulation. 36 degrees is where we currently sit, so we've done a decent job of melting a lot of what has fallen. And overall, we're now building in a ridge of high pressure. That ridge of high pressure is a big turn from where we've been. So what winds up happening is we dry things out. That last push of moisture is moving out of the region, and that's what gave us some of those kind of scattered showers a little bit earlier. Those will continue to kind of slowly work their way out. Still a little bit of activity between Post Falls and Coeur d'Alene, and Spirit Lake, you're now on the backside of it. That's working its way out as well. And we have that activity along 195 and 90 kind of winding down as well. I think in the next couple of hours, it all moves out and we get a mix of clouds and clear sky overnight. That allows temperatures to cool. So tomorrow morning, we wake up to patchy freezing fog. That's that cooling and condensing and freezing of the air. Then it's mixed clouds and sun taking us through the day tomorrow with highs near 40 before the chance of rain and snow returns to the forecast on Sunday. So we're going to take a closer dive into that rain and snow and let you know when you'll see it and how much you'll get.